Here's my song, Madam C.J. Walker. I got this lyrics resource from Wikipedia. Ma'am C.J. Walker. Ma'am C.J. Walker. Ma'am C.J. Walker, here it comes, man. Here it comes. Yo, Sarah Breedlove, known as Ma'am C.J. Walker, was an African American entrepreneur, philanthropist, and political and social activist. Walker was considered the wealthiest African American businesswoman and the wealthiest self made woman in America at the time of her death in 1919. Breedlove was born on December 23, 1867, close to Delta, Louisiana, to Owen and Minora Anderson Breedlove. Ma'am C.J. Walker. She was a philanthropist, entrepreneur, and social activist. Ma'am C.J. Walker. She was the first African American woman millionaire. Ma'am C.J. Walker. She was a philanthropist, entrepreneur, and social activist. Ma'am C.J. Walker. Ma'am C.J. Walker. Ma'am C.J. Walker. Yeah. Sarah was one of 6 children, who included an older sister, Luvena, and 4 brothers. Alexander, James Solomon, and Owen Jr. Breedlove's parents and her older siblings were enslaved by Robert W. Birney on his Madison Parish plantation. Sarah was the first child in her family born into freedom after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. Her mother died in 1872, likely from chloria. In 1888, Sarah McWilliams and her daughter moved to St. Louis, Missouri, where 3 of her brothers lived. Sarah found work as a laundress, earning barely more than $1 a day. She was determined to make enough money to provide her daughter with a formal education. During the 1880s, she lived in a community where ragtime music was developed. She sang at the St. Paul's African Methodist Episcopal Church and started to yearn for an educated life as she watched the community of women at her church. Ma'am C.J. Walker, she was an entrepreneur and philanthropist and a social activist. Ma'am C.J. Walker. She was the first African American millionaire woman. Ma'am C.J. Walker. She was an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and a social activist. Ma'am C.J. Walker. Ma'am C.J. Walker. Ma'am C.J. Walker. I like reading Black history books and song about African American culture. I read a lot of African American history books. Ma'am C.J. Walker was the first black millionaire woman. She was a wonderful, delightful, admiring person. She was an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and a social activist. This is my song, Homie G. Deuces. I got this lyrics resource from Wikipedia.